I'm working here on a 2012 Chevy Cruze. It's got the 1.4 liter turbo engine in it, and it had an oil leak, and I'm trying to resolve where it is. So I degreased the engine, and I believe it's coming from this O-ring here that comes off of this pipe here into the turbocharger. So I've wiped the bottom of this area here, and I'm going to start the car and see if I can see oil building up coming out of that seal there. I'm going to go ahead and start the car. And my mirror is sitting there. In this area here, of course that's a reflection. It's on the back side of this pipe here. I believe I see it starting to build on the bottom of that nut. And I believe in a minute we'll see it start to drip or dribble back along the block. I believe I see it right in there beginning to build up. There it is, it's slowly building. It's the dark ring around the bottom there. You can see it's starting to drain down right now. It's slowly, right in there, slowly building. And I imagine if I rev the engine up, it would leak a little harder. But that's the source of the leak. I'll shut the engine off and wipe that off. Actually, I can just get a towel and wipe it. And it started to run now. As you can see right there, it's wet oil from the bottom of that. So that's the issue, and now to figure out how to correct it. I believe if I pull that Torx bolt off, get to that O-ring and replace it. So I've got this master set of E wrenches and T wrenches. And I believe it's this T45 here that fits in there. That fits pretty good. I always try the next size up just to be sure, because I don't want to strip it. So 47 won't go in there. So T45 is what's needed for that. And for the bolts here, I was removing, they are E10s. That's the socket right there, an E10. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen this. And before I take that off, I'm going to put some paper towels down in there, hopefully to absorb some of the oil, because I just cleaned this motor up. And probably have to hit it with some brake clean once I get it all put back together, but would be nice to not trash up the motor with some oil all over it. I got that, yeah, there is some oil coming out now. That side, let me see if I can pull this free. And so now is also a good time. This is the banjo bolt fitting. You can see it's got a lot of dirty oil. Definitely don't want to be putting that back in the engine. So I'm going to clean this up really well and replace this seal here to make sure that doesn't go back in the engine. And then on the other end here, I'm going to remove these O-rings. And I've got a tool. You can see there's a gap in this one, and this one's, these O-rings are hardened. Trying to be careful not to nick the metal. But the rings are very hard, and I might have to just cut them. There we go. It just broke. There's one of them. Get this other one off. This one's a little more pliable. There we go, got that one off in one piece. So I think that's going to fix the oil leak problem. I'm definitely going to clean this up and blow some air through it and some solvent to make sure this is clean before I put it back together. So I need to remove this seal off of this Torx bolt so I can clean the bolt up. There we go. It sort of left a little of it behind. That definitely will not be usable. I guess it's from all the heat. So I'm going to clean this up, get rid of the old seal material, and see if I can go find some new sealing washers and O-ring. And so this is what I'm going to be looking for. I need 2 of these O-rings, and they're 2.5 millimeters thick. ID is 6, the OD is 10. And I need 2 of these seals. They're metal with a rubber inner piece, and they are 1.5 millimeters thick, 12 millimeter ID and 16 millimeter OD. So I'm going to go take a look and see what I can find here. So I'm installing the new oil supply line to the turbo. This one's made by Dorman. And I'm going to see if I can get it around behind the exhaust manifold there. And it looks like I would need to install it into the O-rings first, plug those into there. And I'm just going to put a little screw. This is a retainer screw that holds the O-rings in place. And now I can work on the banjo fitting side here. I can see that I might need to force it over a little bit. So I'm gonna try to wedge this in here with a flat blade to bend it just a little bit to get it to line up with the port. There it goes. Fit like a glove. O.J. Simpson might wear. A little bit tight. I did pull that one pretty hard. I wanted it to crush the washer. And I'm going to leave the manifold heat shield off of it for now, because I want to visually check when I fire the car up to make sure there's no leaks there. So I'm going to go ahead and fire the car up and check for leaks. I believe I've got it there. I don't see any leaks. Let it idle a minute or two. So I'm satisfied with that. I'm going to go ahead and install this heat shield here. Here we go. So there's 3 bolts here. They're E10s. Put them on with a socket here. There's one down there at the bottom here. And so that takes care of the fixing the oil leak there. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.